Hey, it's Tori, and welcome back to my channel. Going back in for some more REN. This time we're going to be checking out his latest single, Money Ties. Now I do know that REN has unfortunately had a little setback with his health. I am subscribed to his channel and Instagram and do follow him, so I am pretty well caught up with what has been going on. I also just wanted to give a little background on this that REN has put in his community tab. Now his is going to be a lot longer. If you want to go read the full thing, I will leave REN's channel down below in the description. But basically this song is a collab between somebody called Naze and REN himself, and they were gonna go and create something about this whole Cujo, mess, but then decided that they would instead create a different song together, one that is about a social commentary on how the matters of money can corrupt and taint the purest intentions and passions, as well as a little bonus verse for REN's sister, who he loves very much. It's also worth noting that REN and Naze will be splitting this track down the middle for anything that they earn on it, 50-50, which is pretty much what he offered Cujo, but Cujo turned that down like a fool. So I'm excited to check out more from REN. I'm excited to see a collaboration, and I don't know if he gets around to watching every single reaction video because there are so many different people, but I relate a lot to REN, not in my own personal health struggles, but I do have a family member that does struggle with chronic illness, and we're still trying to figure out what that is. We're kind of on the cusp of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll maybe have some answers. I know that my sister is so fed up. she's been fighting since her late teens, and she's what, 32 now? So it's been a battle, and it's been, as an older sister, as the eldest, it's just been heartbreaking not being able to help her in any way and not being able to get the answers that she needs. So, and I also agree with the idea that money changes people. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen within our own reaction scene, unfortunately, and people start out, they have good intentions, and they're here because they love music, but then they start earning money, or they find ways that they can earn money, whether that's Patreon, whether that's streaming, whether that's buy me a coffee, there's so many different things now that people can put out there to earn themselves money and to then create this into being a living, but then that sort of changes who they are as a reactor in my eyes, and you can see it happening. I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen it. You guys have probably seen it too. I am very lucky that I don't rely on my channel for income, and it's for that reason why I don't have a Patreon. I don't feel like I should have a Patreon. Yes, I create content. I hate that word. I create videos and I make these reactions because it's what I love doing, and I love that connection that we then get between me and whoever is watching these videos, and music it's always been my lifeline. It's my tag, music is my lifeline. It's so important to me. I am not talented enough to create it, but I am here to consume it, and I always have music playing whenever I am at home or doing something, even a simple task of just washing the dishes. I don't like it quiet. I need music. It helps me focus as well. So yeah, I've rambled on enough for this intro. We're going to be checking out REN with Money Ties, and yeah, without further ado, let's just dive right in and check this song out together.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes money makes money.
Oh, I love those strings in that intro. Honestly, it gave me goosebumps. Strings are some of my favorite instruments. They just have that emotion to connect. And then, of course, the narrator and the voice. Whew.
Evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes money makes money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bitter pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the root of evil, money too like
Oh, these lyrics. I try and live my life as each day comes, and of course, money does make the world go around, unfortunately, and money sometimes is what you need to sort of experience things, but at the same time, you as a good person, if you have a good heart and a good soul, and you carry that with you, I think that's the most important thing. It's just to be a good person at the end of the day. And like the intro said, we come into this world with nothing. We leave it with nothing. You can't take it with you. And these people who hoard all this wealth for themselves, granted, there are some people who have riches and they are very charitable with it and they do the right thing with it, but it's kind of rare that you see that. But also, I mean, we don't know if they're doing it either, because, I mean, if I was mega rich, I'd just do it out of the goodness of my heart and not throw it on social media just because I did something for somebody else, you know? So there's that side of things too that you have to think of. But yeah, just greed in general. It really, especially in today's day where things are just gradually getting more and more expensive, the cost of living.
And when you're lying slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't.
We're both March babies? Well, that just made me super happy that we have the same birthday month. I wasn't quite sure what month Ren was born. I know he's a little bit younger than I, a couple of years. So, yeah, that just made me really happy.
Is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth get snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes money.
I knew, I knew the verse about his sister would make me emotional. Because there's nothing like that love that you share between your siblings, especially if you have a good relationship with them. Granted, you know, growing up together as kids, it's hard and it sucks and you're usually butting heads, but as you age and as you mature, you realize how much you do love those little assholes that you call a brother and a sister. And, you know, I don't know what I would do without them. And right now they're all together back home in England, and I can't be there with them just because I have money. I have the expense to fly home. And it's hard. It's really hard. And people who have never lived long distance or don't have siblings, or a family, won't really understand the struggle. I come from a fairly big family. I come from a family that likes to do stuff together on the holidays, for birthdays, celebrations, and going from that to going to just me and my husband. And we make our own celebrations, of course we do, but it's just not the same, you know? And just hearing Ren so lovingly speak about his sister that way, and the advice he gave her. If I had somebody give me that kind of advice when I was younger, can't imagine how that would have affected me. But I was the oldest. I kind of had to be that someone for my brother and my sister, at least hopefully. I mean, yeah, there were times that I'm an asshole to them, but that's just, you know, sibling love at the end of the day. Oh, Ren. Hug your loved ones super tight. And yeah, don't ever let that light ever dim. Because we need people like you in this world. We really do.
Fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make war, make. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make.
Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Ren's flow when he's doing this like rap spoken part, but Ren also has a gorgeous singing voice, and when he interjects that in, there's just something really special about it. I had to go back and listen to that part again.
Money gets a man
and again now.
In his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money is, money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just, money's just, money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties, money ties, ayy. Money lies, money lies, money lies, ayy.
Do you ever just sit there and you're talking and you say a word, but then you say it over and over and over, whether it's in your head or whether it's to the person you're talking to, and then it becomes like it's not a word anymore. It's like kind of foreign in your mouth. That's what it was feeling like with Ren as he kept repeating the word money. Like, money, money, money. It just becomes weird, and I think that's a good way to look at this. Like, it's such an impactful message of this fake money, this plastic money. I mean, it's not even real gold and silver anymore. That has such a tight grip on everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. From the very, very, very bottom all the way to the top. And it's those people at the top that are controlling everything. And that, I mean, you just think of Big Pharma and, you know, I really don't need to say much on that because you guys will totally understand what I'm saying about that. And it blows my mind how Ren's brain works. And this section about his sister, like, I will probably re-listen to this song just for that section alone, especially when I'm feeling shitty, when I'm feeling down, just for that message. It's so powerful, it's so inspiring. Like, just thinking of yourself as a little lantern and you've got this light flickering away within you, and yes, it gets dim, and yes, it gets dark, but then there are times where it's so bright and it's shining and you're happy, and you have to live for those moments. And I really try not to take for granted what I do have. I'm very lucky. I really haven't ever really been in a situation where we've been too poor to buy food. Like, my parents always worked very hard. They were always working, and then they, you know, we traveled quite a lot because of that hard work. And so, you know, I was never at the bottom. I was always very working class family. And today, you know, my husband and I have worked hard to pay off a lot of debt and get ourselves to a point where we're comfortable. So, and we're starting to enjoy life for what it has to offer. But then there are times, like I was talking about, my aunt recently got married and she kept moving the date, and as she was moving it and changing her mind, time was going on, and as time goes on, flights get more expensive, especially international flights. And so I had to just make the choice to say, look, we can't, there's no way we can come, not to pay for 2 people for international travel with like 3 or 4 months notice. You know, I, not only that, do I need notice for that, but I need, we've got animals, we've got pets that we need somebody to come in and take care of, and that's another expense, and all of that. So again, money. But there's just something special about Ren and what he stands for, and I love that this was like a 50-50 split, and I really love the instrumentation of this. It was more melodic, and the piano, the strings in the beginning, amazing. But you know, it's Ren. I don't think he's ever released anything terrible so far that I have personally checked out, and I really do hope that he is feeling better and getting the medical care and attention that he needs. I think he was talking about maybe going back to Canada. It's such a shame when, you know, you think that you've broken through and that you've got to a point where now you can start living a life you've been dreaming of, and only for it to come bite you in the butt like that. But he's so strong, and he might not feel it, but we all see it. So don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down below in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.